Hey guys, welcome back to Unlimited Activities. Greenville just got a huge update and I'll be showing you some things you missed in the newest Greenville update. Now the first thing you may have missed, which would have been the easiest one to miss, is the Lada right outside the dealership, and its price is in rubles. As you can see, if you didn't know, rubles is Russia's currency and it is the Russian ruble, and it's crazy that this would be 793,962 rubles when in American dollars it only costs 8,700. Now the next two things you may have missed is with this, the Ford Fusion looking Ute thing. I don't know what it's called in Australia, but the first thing is that this Ford Fusion Ute thing, the bed of this car no clips through most people's cars, like the whole entire bed like that. And when put against any type of Greenville prop or building, just a teeny bit of the bed will get through, basically where the axle starts. But yeah, it's kind of weird that it just fully no clips through any player's car, because you can just fully back into it like any other person's car in like an RP session. And I don't know, it's kind of funny. You can just go like that. And the next thing you might have not known about this car is that it's rear wheel drive. It can light its tires really well, and it's manual. And let's check this out. Oh, come on. Brake the tires. There we go. This thing can light its tires so good. Look at this. It's doing amazing burnouts right now. Now, a secret here in the dealership is that they added a new section for Utes. And the funny thing is that there is a Nissan Cube just sitting here. And if you know the reason why, I think you guys might know. But there is a very goofy, very funny looking Ute version of the Cube, which is totally fictional. I think you guys should get it because I feel like eventually this car is gonna get remodeled and you would have one really goofy looking Ute for like 16k, which would become a limited, and it'd just be really goofy overall. Now, some other things you might have not known about this update is that some cars went off sale and some did not. Now, the 2021, I think, Chevy Suburban SS, like the fictional trim, went off sale just like the truck counterpart did in the last update. And some cars that did not go off sale were the BMW M5. As you can see, it got updated fully. It's like full brights and everything. All new headlights, a refreshed mesh and all that. But some cars that did go off sale were the Porsche Taycan, the 2021. It's like really standstill suspension and all that. The Suburban, what else went off sale? It was also, if I'm pretty sure, there's one more. Oh yeah, if you were to have a Crown Victoria, it would have probably gone off sale. And this leads us to our next secret too, is that this Crown Victoria is quite the special Crown Victoria, as this was once in the game, but it was taken off sale, I think, very like quickly or something like that. I'm not very sure about it, but this used to be in the game on sale and now it is back, refreshed, and like it's a really funny looking thing because we got police right here and we got taxi over here. But yeah, let's move on to our other secrets. Now, one thing you may have not noticed is that a lot of these cars have manual transmissions, such as the Chevy Suburban. If we hop in, this thing actually goes into a manual mode, which is pretty weird, honestly. Let me turn it on. It has, I guess it helps it off-roading, but like 10 manual gears. I think this happens with like most updates when they add new cars. They just forget about the manual, but then they slowly remove them off the car. And yeah, because like I remember the Ford Raptors back then had them, and like some other cars too, where they should not have a manual. Like this car should not have a manual. It just makes sense not to have a manual because it's a big SUV that is strictly automatic, because most people would not want a manual in this. But another car that has a manual transmission is the IS500 from, Lexus IS500. This thing is super cool, and I really do like that it has a manual transmission, even though it makes no sense because this car is also another strictly automatic car. But that allows for you guys to do the sickest burnouts possible in this car. as of now, until they remove it. Hopefully they do not remove it, because this is actually really nice. You can do the sickest burnouts, just donuts as possible, and Luigi's trying to stop it, but these are like, this is like the best thing ever. This thing has like 8 gears, and let's check out if there's any other cars that have that. Looks like on the BMW, this one does not have manual at all. It's kind of weird, interesting that it does not, because maybe it was because like they had an old one, just had no manual on it, so it's pretty easy. Let's check out this. This most likely should not have a manual. Yeah, it doesn't even have a semi mode. This is just the off sale Porsche Taycan. I'm pretty sure this also has a manual, even though it's not supposed to, because if it were to be manual, it would say manual here and it would not let you shift in automatic, if I'm correct. And yeah, this one has a manual, and this also allows this workhorse little ute, Ford Fusion looking ute. I still don't know what the name is for this, but yeah, you can still do burnouts and everything because it's manual. That's amazing, honestly. This is another one. I think this is the GMC Typhoon or Cyclone. This should be also purely automatic, as yeah, only 4 gears. I remember 4-speed automatic transmission. It's also on our Saturn Ion. It was an option back then. And let's try out this. It also has manual. Let's try it out. Oh shoot, this doesn't even have traction control. I think this is all-wheel drive. That's the thing. Yeah, this is all-wheel drive. Let's try again. It does not want to do it. But yeah, this also has a manual, just like the other cars. And I feel like, yeah, a ton of cars that should be strictly automatic in this update have manuals, but I assure you, I guarantee it that they're probably going to remove the manual transmission option in either like a week from now, and just those little improvement updates, they're probably just going to remove it. And there is another update coming out where there's like a, oh yeah, let's try out the Crown Victoria. Let's try out this thing. This thing, I don't think had a manual, because I think this was another one of those like 4-speed automatics, if I'm correct, right? Yeah, it was a 4-speed automatic. This one does not. Now, I think that is due to the fact that there was already a model in game that did not have a manual transmission. So it's like only the new kind of cars that have these manual transmissions. And yeah, let's move on to our next secret now. Now, the last secret is with this Chevy Suburban Z71, and is that they made the suspension on this like op trim really soft, which makes it really good at off-roading. And the suspension flex on this car is crazy. I mean, this SUV is just absolutely crazy. If you take it up on these rocks, I'll show you. But it flexes really good at the dealership when you put it in like tough situations. And I think it can get through this pretty easily too, just like the Raptors. Now there we go, look at that flex. It's still not as much as what you can get at the dealership with that ramp in that like back area, in the back bay area. But it is really, like, this car flexes a lot, I just have to say that. It's just, and then what makes it even better at off-roading is that you can put it into a manual mode, which makes no sense because this car should be strictly automatic. It makes no sense. I think they just need to work on limiting its thing, because I think this happened with like the Ford Raptor at one point, like the Baja Limiteds, and like an update, and yeah, eventually they got rid of it. But yeah, you can crawl, you can select your gear, you can shift and give it more torque and stuff like that. And yeah, currently it's failing to climb this, which I guess not many cars can do. But yeah, it's a great big SUV off-roader, and it just look how good it soaks up these bumps. Like, it just soaks it up so nicely. Let me show you over here. Let me just like jump off. Right here. That soaks up really nice. I think there's like one more little area where I could possibly do it, like up here. Just look at the suspension. Ooh, it handles it really well, I just have to say. Look at that. Oh, yikes. But yeah, that's all the secrets I have that you guys might have missed, because I missed them until I noticed them myself. And with that, guys, hope you enjoyed, and this will be on my Factories trying to off-road. That did not work.